It's mesmerizing. I think I want to get on top of it and let a gun ball spin all the way down.
It gets your attention, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You think Milwaukee needs this?
Yes, more of it, because it's like a attention getter, it's mesmerizing, and things that you can really think. I'm really thinking right now.
Caprice Walton says what so many of us are thinking. She's awestruck by what she's seeing in downtown Milwaukee. Life-size sculptures have taken over busy Wisconsin Avenue in a project fittingly called Sculpture Milwaukee. This particular stainless steel piece, done by a Brazilian artist, stands 40 feet tall and is known as Vortex. This one is practically next to the Wisconsin Center.
It's like a geometry kind of thing. And I walked past, I was crying to having a bad day. I'm like, you know what? Things not so bad, and it's pointed upwards.
Project manager Marilou Canode reveals more.
We were looking for sites that would really frame the artwork in a really nice way. Also, I think it's important to know that art sometimes frames the landscape around it. You know, this is a convention center, it's a very busy corner. The work really suggests sort of the vortex of life that happens here at this corner.
This whole thing is to promote Milwaukee, downtown Milwaukee, and just let people know what a great place it is.
You might say the brainchild behind all of this is chairman of the board of the Marcus Corporation, Steve Marcus himself. Marcus molded the idea after a sculpture show in Chatsworth, England. He tells me he also had suburbanites in mind when he thought of the overall concept. These are people who haven't been downtown in decades.
Something had to happen to bring them back downtown, to show it off.
And there's quite a lot to show. 22 sculptures by 21 artists from all over the world, and even some right here at home. In fact, there are 3 from the Badger State.
Well, these are all museum quality, monumental sculptures. They're all modern, contemporary art. They're done by world famous artists. They're internationally known. And we've put a couple of Wisconsin artists in the mix, but they're also extremely well known. The theme is, let's bring exciting art to Wisconsin Avenue, downtown Milwaukee. And this is something that nobody else has.
It was intended to give people an idea of what sculpture can be today.
Art advisor Russell Bowman sounds off on what the artwork means to him and how it can be interpreted by all of us.
We wanted it to be a kind of index of what's possible with sculpture. There's different kinds of sculpture. Some are abstract, some are figurative, some are narrative, you know, they tell a story.
CBS 58 Sunday Morning was there for a lot of the installation, including Allison Saar's Summer 2011. Summer's pregnant with fireflies. The artist wants this to symbolize a fertile time in a woman's life, and the season of the year when a lot of activity is always buzzing around outside.
Culture has always been something the community is invested in, and I think this is just another layer of us looking at how Milwaukee is changing and really reinvesting in itself. It's a great gift for the community.
And in case you were wondering, all the art is signed by the artists themselves. You can see the pieces lined up from 6th Street to O'Donnell Park until October 22nd, and then the hope is they'll be sold to interested buyers. That way, the money can be used for next year's event or the ones following.
I'm hoping we'll have more pieces on Wisconsin Avenue, and then I'm also hopeful that it will spread out on the crossing streets of Wisconsin Avenue and go perhaps to Michigan and then up to maybe Kilbourne and even on those streets themselves. So it would be a 3-day visit for people to see the sculptures rather than maybe one.
Marcus is calling this a large outdoor art gallery. It's been in the works for just over a year, but it's expected to have a long-lasting effect on the city.
I'm going to feel better when the streets are filled with people looking at all the sculptures out of curiosity, taking photographs of them, taking selfies with them. We're going to have a lot of contests going on where people who take selfies will wind up taking those selfies, entering them in contests, or taking them to restaurants and getting discounts for having done it. So, and hopefully some of that's going to go viral. I've lived in Milwaukee for 60 years now, and I think it's just a great place for families to be. I raised my family here. They've all loved it, and it's terrific. But it's terrific because it has so many wonderful amenities, from Major League Sports to a Major League Art Museum to a major festival like Summerfest and all of the other ethnic festivals that occur during the course of the summer, and things like Sculpture Milwaukee.